Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, introducing you to the final level in my Uncharted 3 crushing difficulty video walkthrough. This is level 22 and it's the Dreamers of the Day. A nice quote that brings the story full circle. So the good news in this level is it is nowhere near as challenging as the last one and nowhere near as challenging as the one before it. The bad news is it's the final one, so if you're enjoying the game and you don't want it to end, unfortunately it has to. But here we are anyhow. This is the undergrounds of the Atlantis of the Sea. And this first encounter here is a pretty challenging fight. It's only challenging because you get rushed and because there's a lot of guys from a distance that are going to shoot you. So what you want to do is as soon as you jump across this chasm, you want to go into the piece of cover that's the first one you approach. To your right will be a guy, kill him. Aim up at the balconies. If you've got your grenades, you might as well use them. You're not going to need them. I hit him with a grenade, I hit his buddy with a grenade, and then I watch the stairs, because there's one more guy that's going to come. I think he just threw a grenade then, I'm not too sure. But do you see his shadow? There he is. He's going to try and flank around you. Now you've got an opportunity to kill the people on the balconies. So I shoot him with the magnum, with the iron sights I don't like, and just keep watching your back here, because as you push forward, there's a guy above me. Did you see him? He's up on that balcony. He will kill you if you don't know he's there. And I miss him with my magnum, but be careful because on your right, there's the heavy. He's going to come down with his shotgun. If you hit him with a grenade launcher from a distance, it turns him into a piece of piss. Very simple. And then you can finish off his buddy and then push forward. But that little 2 minutes of a firefight just there can be really challenging if you don't know the order that the enemy's coming. It can be exceptionally difficult at times. But I moved through here and that's triggered him to spawn. He didn't know I was there. I get the instant kill because he's on the ladder. And then I climb up here and there's a lovely sniper rifle waiting for you at the top of this balcony. And that enables you to pick off the rest of the guys that are going to come across this bridge. So just take your time. Use the remaining grenades you've got in the grenade launcher so you can swap it out. And just make sure nobody flanks behind you. I was really paranoid that somebody was going to try climbing the ladder, but it turns out I don't think they do, and you can kill them all before they get a chance. So right there, that grenade could have killed 3 people if it wasn't for the fact that everybody takes 9 million bullets. But be careful when you scope in with the sniper rifle. It is really, really hard to not die because people shoot you so quickly. There's not a lot of time to get out of the scope and get in cover. A much better strategy with the rifle is this. Use the corner trick. Right there is me failing at throwing a grenade back and somehow surviving the explosion. I don't know how it worked. I would never recommend trying that, but yo, I'm still alive. Something worked, thank goodness. Right there, I roll away from the grenades, roll into trouble, but luckily enough, he's the only guy still alive, so I can just beat his face in. And that is the next room cleared out, except for him. He makes the mistake of going for a grenade, and it costs him. So now that this is clear, we can push on, and we can have a lovely plot point, a nice little epiphany, a nice revelation for everything that's just gone that might be confusing you right now. You're going to finally get some answers, and then you can strive forward to the final hours of the game. But I say hours, I've just hit the 8-hour mark now as far as the commentary goes, and that's how long it's taken to get here, and I do not recommend doing it in such a constant streak, but I want to get this guide out because it's amazing and it's such a fun game, and I know a lot of people are going to enjoy watching it, so the hard work will pay off, and hopefully it'll get plenty of views and make it all worthwhile. But now you're reunited with Sully, you can you can do the lovely, twisting the little mechanism to lower this elevator, and then we can continue on to a couple more of the fights. And my throat is dry as balls, so I'm just going to take a nice victory sip. Because there's nobody to shoot in this next area, which is a big surprise. All you have to do is run through it. You'll listen to a little bit more exposition of them mentioning how the water gets transferred from below to the surface. Because it's all just a giant drainage area, or a giant well, sorry. It's a bit more on the ball. Excuse me. And then you push through here. You get a lovely tandem door to open, because Uncharted seems to be full of things you can do with 2 people. It's the perfect place to take a lady on a date. And then you enter into the Cobra room. So try and draw your eyes away from the gilded Cobra and the lovely purple tiles, because there's a firefight waiting to happen at the bottom of here. And these guys are waiting for you to drop down and ambush you. But if you stay up here, you can kill them all before they even know who hit them. But unfortunately, that guy's turban is made of steel, and he's kicking my ass. So when your gun finally does work, he might die. And I think there's about 2 or 3 of them around the room, so just whatever you can see, try and hit. The game will try and tell you that it's not working, but eventually it will, so just take your time, and when you think it's clear, drop down.
Keep your eyes open, Sully.
There you go, and there's going to be a couple more guys to take on this bit here. He's going to rush you because he's got a shotgun. If you've not noticed by now, the guys with the red robes on the face have the shotgun. He's just sitting behind cover, not sure what he's doing, but he's a casualty of unluckiness. He's got a sniper, so make sure you kill him quickly. And as you push through this room, every time you mantle over cover, you're going to see people in front of you spawn. But this area is such a good place for cover, it's not difficult whatsoever. You've just got to, don't push out. If you get stuck in no man's land, you will die so quickly, you will realise it's not even worth the effort. But pick people off from a distance. You've got a Magnum. It's pretty much a one-shot kill on these standard guys. It's a super useful gun. And just keep pushing forward and admiring the architecture, because this is one of the most beautifully crafted games I've ever seen. Some of the design and the aesthetics, it's just amazing. And look at this water here. This looks so good, man. It looks so nice when you're playing. It just sparkles, and it's a visual tour de force. But this room sucks, so unless you know what you're doing, you're going to die in this area. First thing I like to do is throw a couple grenades and kill that heavy. You'll notice on the bridge is a guy with a rocket launcher. He needs to die ASAP. There he goes, he's just fell. There's a couple guys left in that room. And the reason this room sucks is, if you don't know, when you push through the other side, there's a bunch of guys that will spawn on a balcony with sniper rifles and rocket launchers, and you will get one shot killed by the rocket launcher guy before you even know he's there. And it's not even good game design. It's the equivalent of Halo 2 when they put the snipers in ridiculous places, and you played it on Legendary and you died before you knew what was up and what was down. It's just cheap. It's a cheap death. So to avoid it, all you have to do is keep inside this room. Do not leave this room, and take everybody down using the corner trick that I've been doing throughout this game, and anybody that's played a third-person shooter before will probably also be doing too. So there's a couple guys rush you from here. There's that one guy, and then there's a sniper that sat on the bridge. He's nice and simple. Just pop him in the face, and then you want to be careful here. You don't want to put yourself too far outside this room, because if the rocket launcher guy sees you or fires at you, he'll kill you with splash damage. So just edge ever so closely out the door and shoot him. As long as he's dead, nothing else will kill you. He's got a sniper rifle, so he's not a threat. And I think there's one more, or maybe not. Yeah, so the danger's down now. The only people left are the ones with the guns, and the ones with the guns are standard. You're used to taking them on. Just use the corner trick, pop them in the faces, and you're now free to move on to the next section of the game. But do be warned, that bit can take the piss if you're not prepared for it. I died like twice because I couldn't figure out where the rockets were coming from. I just kept getting blown up. And that's the only fault of this game, really, when it comes to certain situations. They seem to like the whole instant death to teach you a lesson moment. It's not quite Call of Duty, but it's enough to make you wonder, why didn't they just, place the enemy in a better position? Be careful when you move into this area. Somebody's going to throw a grenade at you. There's going to be 2 guys up here, and I believe one of them's a heavy. There's the first guy. I get a little slow to kill him. There's the shotgun guy. He's trouble at that range. Make sure you pick him up. It must mean there's a third one. We'll soon find out. There is a third one, or maybe he's just the second one and he's good at hiding. But you'll notice I come over here and I go to pick up a gun. No, sorry, I go to examine this crate, but I pick up a gun. I didn't want to do that, because as good as the Micro Uzi is, it's not as good as the Magnum. The Magnum's the one you want to be using. This is a cutscene that's going to make a lot more sense towards the end of the game. It's only a short one, it's the only reason I kept it in. But we are moving to the end of the first part of this level. The second part is going to have us escaping this city. It's also going to have the fight with Talbot, and a couple of other plot moments that I'm not going to discuss because I want you guys to experience it for yourself. This game has to be played to be believed. It is that good. And do not worry about this room at all. There is no fight here. It looks like you're going to have a massive epic fight, but it happens on the next part of the video once you've walked directly down this avenue. But I'll see you there, folks, and as always, you take care now.